What's good, family? Brethren? You know, man, I was thinking about this dynamic of the woman, man. The woman has always been the trial of the man since the beginning of time. And you don't know who you are as a man by how you deal with women. And I was thinking about how, you know, now this modern age with all these women, feminist, strong, independent, and all that stuff, but still want a traditional man. I want a protector. I want a provider. And I'm thinking, I was thinking about two things. One, traditional men got virgins. And you would be a guide and a master over that woman. You understand me? Now, and yes, you provide and protect for something that's 100% yours. You essentially have purchased a female. With a dowry, you have purchased this female. Everybody understood she was a piece of property. Oh, you objectifying women. Well, women objectified them. Women are sex objects. They've always been objects to purchase. I mean, what is a dowry? Think about it. They're a piece of land, a piece of property. What is land other than property? It has always been this way, bro. And even if in this liberated modern society, women still objectify themselves for purchase price. So they objectify themselves. Oh, you know, you got to take me out to dinner. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to give me. They financially objectify themselves. They do it on the prostitute level, but they still always talking about some kind of monetary, now again, a monetary exchange for her time and sex. That's basically what she's doing. Now, if you purchasing a woman and she's actually your possession, like say a dowry, and you live, you know, in the kingdom, and you know, you live in a patriarchal and she's actual virgin, you're getting something of value, virgin land, virgin property, virgin garden. Every other nigga ain't shot they seed in and on. Every other gardener has not plowed in her dirt and played in her fields. And every other gardener or husband has not shot his seed inside of her land. You understand me? Then you actually getting a virgin land. Same thing, you're getting a virgin female. But if you ain't getting that, then different rules apply. In a patriarchy, this is your woman, you purchase her, she's your wife. Other dude mess with your land, he dies. And she with it, she died. Those constructs that's not how it is, bro. This is a Western modern culture. But even in modern culture, women still objectify themselves for financial profit. They seem to, you can't really get away from it. Women are sex objects. They are land to be purchased, whether it's for a night or for 30 minutes, or if she's a virgin, you purchase her for the rest of her life. Women have always been sex objects. But in this construct, it's a different dynamic because it's like if you're going to deal with women in this construct, you don't really own these women. You either buying them or you renting them, or either you using, you know, game to finesse them out of their sex. In other words, not really, that's not the right word, finesse them, but seduce them. Basically, it's like this. If they like you, in a culture where we live, in a matriarchal culture, see, in a real patriarchy, women are purchased for purchase price and given to this husband, and no other man's supposed to have sex with that woman. That's virgin land. Okay, we don't live there, so now let's go to where we are. In this construct, you dealing with women who, it's like they either, this dude, it's like it's all her choice. And so what I mean by seducing her, essentially, I'm talking about charismatic game. Basically, she like you or she don't like you. If she like you, you get the pussy for free. If she don't like you, she got all kind of things and barriers, financial barriers. In other words, if she like you, you ain't got to pay. Number two, if she don't like you, you got to pay. That's how that shit work, man. In a modern culture where women do the choosing, where it's animalistic. See, in the animal kingdom, the females do the choosing, and they sleep with whoever they want. So American Western culture is like that. She like that dude. Oh, he tall or whatever. He make her laugh. She like his smile. She'll give him the sex for free. Women have had babies because they like the way this nigga smiles or he can sing. They'll have this guy's kid because he smile. She like his smile. And so what I'm saying is that in this culture, you ain't living in a patriarchy. So my thing is like, why not get the woman for free? It's like how you buy money, how you buy houses with no money down. The same approach. How you get women with no money down. Same approach. You buy a house, you ain't got no money, use leverage. You know what I'm saying? You use seller financing or you use a mortgage or something. Leverage. How you get a woman with no money down? Hopefully y'all seeing the power. That's a microphone drop. That's a microphone drop. That's 2 microphone drops. So, no, that's 3 microphone drops. I'm just being silly, but it's still the same construct. You look at a woman as a piece of property, right? How you get this house with no money down? You got to use leverage or use somebody else's money. Or leverage, that's for buying a house. But when you talk about dealing with a female in this construct, you ain't dealing with virgins and you ain't dealing in a patriarchy, and she done been around the block a few times. So she ain't no brand new house. So how you going to get this woman with no money down? Use leverage. Well, what do you mean by leverage? Again, what I just said earlier. If she like you and she fear losing you, you have leverage. If she don't like you, you have no leverage. So you got to pay cash. If you got to buy a house and you ain't got no leverage, you ain't got, good credit, you got to pay cash for it. Now you do the same thing, parallelist to a woman. If she don't like you, you ain't got no leverage. She like you or she don't like you. You are dealing in an animalistic culture where women do the choosing. A Western culture that allows women to go here, go there, and build up their body counts. So I'm going to also liken this onto a ride share. Okay, let's go. So so if she like you, you got leverage because she really like that guy. But the other guy, she don't like that guy. He's repulsive. So which guy got the power? To give you an example. You got a guy who really likes a chick. He pursues her and all that stuff, right? And he's able to be, now she is his, she is his girlfriend. He has her as a woman. But he's more of a sugar daddy. She don't really like him, but she's with him because he's a provider. But she has a guy in her past who she still thinks about, who used to, quote, quote, abuse her and used to, quote, quote, I'm saying quote because that's what she say now because women always use the whole, I'm a damsel in distress. Oh, my ex-boyfriend, ex-husband abused me. He cheated on me. They always have the same story that they spit, trying to rise up your simp, emotions and stuff. But there's a dude in her past who she bought him a PlayStation 5. She paid his bills. He cheated on her, so-called cheated on her regularly, but she stayed with him, broke her heart. It goes back to the adorer and the adored. She adored him. You understand me? He was the one that was being adored. He was the one that was chosen. She loved him and was adoring and adored him. So therefore she did. See, a woman ever like you, she do all kind of stuff for you, man. Some would say stupid stuff, but I say she in her correct mind. It ain't stupid to be able to hear breaking bread with a man that you love. You supposed to. A woman's supposed to be into her man. But when she get with a situation now where she is the adored, she is the one. She don't really care about this dude, but the dude is adoring her. Now, let's go to the first dude she adored, and that was the guy she chose and really loved. She brought a whole bunch of money and attention and time and food and energy and what is he doing? What is she calling him and simping on him? That's the way it's supposed to be. But this dude ain't putting no effort in. Why? Because he is being pursued by the female. Now, the provider dude, later on in her life, a few bodies later, this dude, he get the same woman, but yeah, she's, more damaged and a few more bodies, and still thinking about the other dude that she actually liked. He come along, I'm a provider. He is pursuing her. Now, the dude that she had before, who she adored and was really choosing, he might not even had a job, and she was supporting him. Or he might have had a raggedy little regular job, but it wasn't about really the money. See, when a woman really like you, it ain't about the money. She be simping on you and pursuing you, and how you doing? That's how you know a good-looking woman have a whole bunch of attention from a whole bunch of dudes. And so if she giving you a bunch of attention and you ain't really giving her nothing, that's one of the signs that she actually is into you, based on how much time and energy she put into you. Had one chick complaining I don't ever call her. Why? I mean, I'll be doing other stuff. I don't really care about you like that. But the only time I talk to you is when I call you. And she's trying to stir up emotion. See, I understand how women, trying to trigger you, and you don't never call me, and try to guilt trip me into calling her. It worked a little bit. I hate her. I said, the other day, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. You got to work just kind of like these women and push and pull, and you don't want to completely ignore her, you know what I mean? But she's not that important. But if she wasn't really into me, she wouldn't even be calling me like that. So you want to be the dude that have, whatever, you with your wife, whatever, man, you got to be in a power position. But the secondary dude, the sugar daddy kind of dude, yes, he's a provider. He got more money than the first dude, but she don't really like him. So yes, he got, man, need to be a provider. He's getting the used up, ran through version of her that the other dude got for free. Now, my question is, which guy gets more respect? The guy with more money or the guy who she actually adored? Which one, even though he made less money, which one has more respect from this woman? Of course, the first dude. So also, I'm going to liken this unto, I was thinking about, and we'll talk about also the protector-provider dynamic. And also a shepherd, and a gardener. We're going to tie all this stuff up. But I was looking at these women, man. I was looking, because women got one set of rules for the guy that they are into and they adore and they're sexually attracted to. And they got another set of rules for maybe a money dude who they ain't attracted to, but he got resources and stuff. She ain't attracted to him. She attracted to the resources. She got two separate sets of rules. One set of rules, her vag get wet for this dude and she gets the tingles because he turned her on. The other dude, well, she don't like him at all, but he's a provider. So it's similar to this. It just sparked, man. I was just thinking about it. You ever been on like one of those rideshare things where you basically, or you ride share like an Uber, right? Imagine, it's two examples. Imagine you ride sharing in the Uber and it's like 4 people in the Uber and the bill comes up to $50. All these other 3 dudes that rode in the Uber with you, they're expecting you to pay for the $50, but they get to ride for free. So that's one example. That's similar to a woman with a body count and these other niggas done hit that vag for free, but she want you to be the one, because she don't actually like that particular dude. She want that dude at the end of the rainbow, the simp at the end of the rainbow, to be, now she got rules and regulations. Now she has, he got to make 6 figures and, he got to have a stable job and all that. But again, all them other dudes rode in her for free. You understand me? But the dude at the end, the simp, she has a whole new set of rules for that dude. But the other dudes, they get to ride for free. And it's the same with a woman who got a higher body count. For this dude, for these dudes over here, she like them. They have sex with her for free. She'll even be cooking and cleaning and do all that kind of stuff for those dudes. But for the other dude, they rode for free. But for the other dudes over here, they got to pay. You see what I mean? It's not. It's like, yo, these women is not wife material, bro. They concubine material max, and they're probably going to leave. So it is better to be positioned so that you'll be the guy that she actually is attracted to, as opposed to, you got to get in where you fit in, man. Like Too Short used to say, man, you got to get in where you fit in. You can't be, and you can't be pursuing bitches, because that basically, you adoring her, you giving her the power and the leverage. You just got to basically position yourself and pretty much only deal with the women who actually like you. Only. That's the only way you got power. You can't pursue a female and then I can convince her to like me. You can do all, that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. Take her on multiple dates. And all you're really doing is tricking by way of dinner dates. That's microphone drop. You basically just tricking by way of dinner dates. And it's a cloaked prostitute-John relationship. These prostitutes don't like their Johns, but their Johns got something, and tricks, but their Johns got something that they want, which is money. These women out here are like street prostitute. Now, secondarily, your average American woman as a whole. She don't like these dudes, but she like that they get the attention they give to her, the worship that they give to her, the financial stability that they give to her. You know, these women be getting paid off these tricks, man. It's simps. Nice guys, man. So this is hard, you know, hey, they like, if I'm, she don't really like this guy, but if he gonna bring like $200-$300, I'll go on a date. I'm like, yeah, sure, you know. So she prostituting herself, but she don't even. Oh no, I'm not. It's not prostitution. We're just we're just friends on a date. You're not his friend, and you're not his friend. He's there because you look sexy, and he ain't got the charismatic skills, and he know you really don't like him. I mean, he don't really got necessarily. You don't like him, but you just doing this for this money, and he doing this to have you in his presence and hopefully get some pussy. That's what that is. It's a fake friend. If we just going out to dinner, no. You trying to position yourself to get with this chick that you already know don't like you, and she just using this trick dude who you getting played. So also, I look at women are like cars, and women are like land, man. Women, so you look at a lot of these women, it's similar to, I thought about this many times. It's the year 2025. And let's say this woman, let's say it's just like, you know how you have those taxis, those Chevy Impala taxis. Let's say you got a brand new 2015 for that year, 2015 Chevy Impala, and, you know, now it's a taxi. Right now it's beautiful, but it's a taxi. You know, in the cab company, rent it out. Now it's 10 years later. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of people, thousands of people that rode in that taxi over the last. It was brand new at one time, fresh, but since then, thousands of people have ridden in that taxi. Some have paid, some didn't, and so now it's 2025, and now they say, well, hey, we're going to put this, yeah, it's an old Chevy Impala, it's 2015, but you know what? You need to pay 2025 prices right now for discount, but for a $500 discount. So let's say the retail price is whatever it is, but you get a $500 discount. So in other words, the scam is you should buy the 2015. This is what the used car salesman, aka the woman, is trying to sell you. You should buy this 2015 Impala because it's better than a brand new 2000 or equal to or superior to a 2025 Chevy Impala, right? Even that even exists. So that's what I mean. Would you buy a 2020 in the year 2025? Would you buy a 2015 Chevy Impala for the same exact price? For the same exact price as a 2025 one? Of course you wouldn't. But a woman is trying to, so when we parallel this to the woman, the car is like the woman, right? You got a woman who been out here She's like the 2015 car that been out here and getting ridden in, right? Whole bunch of different dudes pay to ride in her. You understand me? You understand me? Or didn't pay. Some paid, some didn't pay, right? But nevertheless, there's a whole bunch of bodies that's been inside of this 2015 cab. Now she wants to get a paint job, you understand me, and try to clean herself up and try to sell herself and find a sucker to buy her at the 2025 prices for the 2020. Instead of buying that, that's how the cycle goes. She go out here, have her whole face be ran through, have a whole bunch of bodies, and then later on try to find a simp. And she probably will, because a lot of desperate sexually deprived men here in America find a simp to cash her out. And then the kicker, remember when we used the example earlier, the adored guy and the guy who she does not adore. The adored guy was one of those that rid her early. So all these different type of men have been in her. She adores that guy, but all the rest of the scraggly dudes, she don't respect them. And so that's how it is, bro. Now she wants some sucker at the end of the rainbow. She respect the adored guy, but she don't respect the stupid dude, how she look at it, the stupid simp dude that didn't check the cat facts, the car facts, the whole facts. He didn't check it. And if he did, well, I don't care. We can fix that up. I mean, like I said, I ain't saying that you can't deal with a woman that's a ran through. I mean, preferably, yes, we all want virgins, but this is American, and primarily these women got body counts. If you was getting a brand new female and you had a structure that, a patriarchal structure that if she cheated on you, she died. If somebody raped your woman, he dead. If they both agree to have sex outside of marriage, they both dead. If you lived in that kind of culture, okay, you can look at it, oh yeah, dowry and all that. But dude, you in a culture where women get paid by the government to leave their man. And you trying to build and sustain it under this, what do you call it? A toxic construct. It's difficult, bro. It's difficult, man. So I just want to use those two examples, the one with a cab as well as the one I used earlier with regards to the ride share. You all sharing these females. And some of them niggas ride for free and some of them dudes got to pay. That's how the females is in the liberated culture. Y'all can use that one, but give me the credit, man. Some people be using my stuff, but give me the credit. You ride sharing these females, bro. These are some pass around chicks that other dudes done rode in for free and some had to pay money, bro. It's just like a ride share, man. Y'all, I don't know if y'all ever heard that before. I made that up. I ain't never heard that before. So I want the credit. So if you just give me the credit. But these some ride share Uber chicks, man. Here's another one that I was thinking about for a while. I might even use that thumbnail. It's been in my phone for a minute. It's this white chick walking by those electronic scooters. I'm giving y'all some gems here. This is the third example, and then we're gonna go into the other, the husband as well as the shepherd. But anyways, I'm giving y'all some gems here, wisdom here. This has been, so it was this white chick. I might even use that as a thumbnail here. Excuse me. So it was this white chick walking by those electronic scooters. And I said, a lot of women is like them electronic scooters, bro. Dudes just get on them, pay a fee, ride them a little bit, and plug them back in for the next person to use. Those will be considered town bicycles or town electric bicycles, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what the majority of these women is, man. Town bicycles. You pay a fee, use them, and then plug them back in for the next dude. And I mean, and they mentals is such that they're going to leave you very likely. And they ain't like, oh, men always leave. No, it's mainly is that they're intolerable and they don't have the personality and the skills, the relationship skills to keep a man. And number two, they don't have the relationship skills to keep a man. I mean, because feminism teach them that she's a strong, independent, all this kind of stuff. And she don't want no man telling her what to do. But yeah, it's her mentality is such that it's going to repel a man. That's why you have these older cat ladies and stuff. They might even still look good, but they cannot be, they mentals is cooked. They mentals are such where men don't really want to be around them. They just want to, have sex with them, but these women are not conditioned to be. I know one older chick, you could tell back in the day she was still cute, but she older. I'm listening to her, I'm like, dang, it's just crazy. So now we're going to go to an example of the shepherd. What was it? Shepherd and let's do a quick example of the gardener. Okay. So the gardener, now you have the dynamic of protector and provider. Look, I guess so. I'm not going to protect a woman if she's not my property, 100% underneath my authority. Now, of course, this is not talking about grandmas and mothers. I'm not talking about your girlfriend, your woman, and even your daughter. If she not even under your authority and she rebellious, you understand me? Why would you protect that? You know what I mean? Now, your daughter, that's his own dynamic. You know what I mean? But in general, because that's still part of your family and all that. But I'll put it like that, because actually it is part of it because she's supposed to be under authority. So she don't fit in with like your mother and your grandma and stuff like that. Those are women you pretty much protect because they are, external family members. But if you're a woman out of pocket and your daughter out of pocket, how you gonna protect? How you gonna protect? You're gonna be protector and provider. See, women want selective, manly traits. Like you go into a buffet line and get something from column A, something from column B. Skip over column C because I don't like that. Skip over column D. I don't like that either. And go to column E. That's how they, go over here. I don't want that. They want buffet line masculinity. I made that up too. So you use that, give me credit. But that's what they basically want. They want multiple choice buffet line masculinity. So they want, I need a protector and provider. See, a man ain't just no walking ATM machine. A man's job is to lead, guide, protect, and provide. But it's conditions attached to that. See, the women don't be liking them conditions, man. And this has been basically the condition of this woman since the beginning of time. I want a man to make me comfortable. I want somebody to talk to at night. She want a male friend tampon dude that don't demand sex from her. You see what I mean? Like a emasculated gay male friend or something. I can talk to him about all my issues. He give me money if I need something fixed, he'll fix it. Or my car break down, he come fix. She want like a eunuch. But for the dude that she actually like, nah, she want him to be manly. Again, we're in a matriarchal culture. We're talking about multiple choice, buffet line. You see, when you deal with American women, you're in a matriarchy. She make all the decisions and choices. So men, we need to be more selfish with our different masculine traits that we give to women. Our time, our energy, our guidance. We know how to do stuff. She don't know how to do nothing. What if she I ain't gonna say she don't know how to do zero. But what generally in American society, they don't really have to bring much to the table. Look good, sometimes not even that. Be a female, simps will run after you and give you money. Look like a good-looking female, and more simps with more money go come. What else does she got to do, bro? I don't cook. These are the most useless bitches in the world, bro. Useless. I don't cook. I don't clean. So you don't cook, you don't clean. and you gonna keep your Instagram, you gonna keep your dating app, app up, and you gonna keep your male friends. So what the hell is this man getting? That's just his. The question is, what is it that a man gonna get from this woman that other niggas ain't already had for free or paid for? That's a question for you to, if you feel like asking the chick. What is it that you bring to the table that you have not already given to several men already for free and for a purchase price? That's a microphone drop. What is it that you gonna bring to this situation that other men have not already gotten for free or for a purchase price? And the answer is pretty much nothing. Because the dude that got the best of her was the one that got her when she was a virgin. And that's about 10, 20, 100 bodies ago. So again, she's the older car that got a whole bunch of dudes that done rode in her. Now, years later and bodies later, now she want you to be a responsible one. The mother niggas rode for free. Why not me? That's insulting. When I hear a woman talking about, oh, can you give me some money? I'm insulted by that, bro. That means you don't like me because you're not sexually attracted to me, because you're not asking dudes that you actually sexually attracted to about no money. You know what I mean? She glossy-eyed over that dude. She want that dude. You see what I mean? That's a big indicator of whether or not she like you or not. Where you taking me for dinner? And she really sticking on that point. I be asking questions like, all right, do you ask her straight? You think I'm sexy? You know what I mean? And, if I'm getting that kind of, okay. So now you just basically, you must have a little money or something. And women, you got to ask certain questions to get certain answers, and how they answer them questions give you the knowledge of her personality, who she is. You know what I mean? But yeah, if she find you sexually attractive, the money not. If she's choosing you and like you, the money don't really mean that much, bro. She'll be like, we can do this in the future. Us. And yeah, we can do that. We can make money together. And money, we could do that. Because her thing is about you. It ain't about money. But if she don't like you, then it is about money. So, so going over to an example. So yeah, women, we want that multi-choice type of buffet line, you know what I mean, things out of the man. Oh, I want him to do this or that. But like I said, what is it that she can give you that other dudes ain't got for free already and got better versions of when she was younger? But women, again, this is what they doing on they trying to repackage themselves. Women are liars, man. Everything be about them is fake, bro. Fake hair, fake titties, fake booty, makeup, fake. All about deception, bro. They don't even tell you the truth about their body count. Some of it is because it's so high they don't know, and they got more bodies than their grandma got years. You understand me? So she may not know how many, but some of it is like, oh, I got a small amount of bodies, but really it'd be many times. Deception. Because they know body count matters. They know just like a car, the more you use it, just like a car, the more you use it, the less value it got. So they're going to always try to put the small amount of value on them, small amount of bodies on themselves and repackage themselves. Now, like I said, I ain't saying don't deal with a woman with a body count. But I'm saying you probably are likely, if you're going to deal here in America, you're going to be dealing with one with a body count. Don't take her seriously. Don't pursue her. You probably just the dude she with right now. If she like you, cool. Use that as leverage. Use the no money down strategy. Use the leverage of her liking you. You got to have some kind of leverage. But if you up here chasing women, you don't got no leverage. The money, you spend money on her, he that lives by the wallet shall die by the wallet when it comes to women. You can't lead with the wallet. I can do this for her. I can bring offerings. You can't lead with the wallet with women because they don't respect it. Really, it's like dealing in this toxic American culture, it's like, how do you, as a man, I'm thinking, like, how do you deal in this toxic society with women from a power position, right? In this matriarchy. And only power position or leverage position I could see, if you're going to deal with women here, and in general, the most powerful, tool that you have available to you is her sexual desire for you. Genuine desire for you. Not no, because you throwing some money her way. That's really the leverage you have over female. Power. Now, if you live in a patriarchy, the power would be more so not really about her feelings for you. It would be more about like the system and structure and her fear, basically. In other words, it's all about respect, really. Whether you live in a matriarchy and she adores this guy and fears losing this guy, she has a certain amount of fear and respect for this guy, you see? Or number two, if you're in a patriarchy system, she has fear and respect for the men, period, because she's forced to, or else. If she's in a patriarchy, she knows she's going to be, if it's multiple, he going to have multiple wives. She know that if she cheat on a dude, she going to fucking die. You understand me? Or be beaten or something. She know that if she leave that dude, she not going to get, parting gifts. Like here in America, she ain't going to get half of everything you ever earned. So what I'm saying is that in a patriarchal construct, it's set up for the men to be respected and feared, is what I'm saying, automatically. So, number one, you live in a matriarchy, you use the charismatic power of her fearing losing you being the adored person. But in a patriarchy, it's automatic more so because it's systematically set up for you. The bitch be scared, she's feared. So, the only way that you can really, one way or the other, it's all about respect. On to the other example, and I'm going to try to close these off. Speaking of close off, okay, you got the gardener. How can the gardener protect, let's say he's growing some tomatoes in his garden. He's growing some vegetables. How can the gardener protect his vegetables from the rabbit, just like Bugs Bunny rabbit? How can he protect his garden from his vegetables from the rabbit? Women, I want to protect her provider, a leader, and a guider. And now we're going to get to the shepherd. See, in order for you to, he's too controlling. Women be complaining, he's controlling. Look, how are you going to protect something if you don't control it? Yeah, are you controlling father? Yeah, of course I'm a controlling father. You controlling husband? Yeah, I'm a controlling husband. Yeah, how are you going to protect that which you do not control? Without no control, there ain't no responsibility. If I can't control, and I'll give you an example of this, but if I can't control you, I have no responsibility for you. If you're a rebellious girlfriend or wife, and I tell you, I don't want you going out at 10 o'clock, and then you go out at 10 o'clock and somebody rob your ass or rape your ass, you didn't follow my controls. You didn't follow my instructions. You didn't follow my guidance, and your ass got raped. So, me controlling you, protecting you. You can't protect nothing you don't control. And, people act like, oh, it's a control. Oh, you're controlling. Dude, like, imagine if you ain't had no stop signs and you didn't have no speed limits and you had no traffic lights. Those are all controls to keep you safe and keep things in order, running functionally. So back to the gardener example. I'm going to get to the other example. Oh, you're controlling. Look, so yeah, some people overdo it. I understand. I ain't saying super controlling, but how are you going to protect something? How can a shepherd protect the sheep from the wolves if he's not controlling and guiding their direction of where they're going? But first, let's deal with the gardener. I'll just go on to different subjects here, man. But when you look at how can the gardener, this rabbit loves tomatoes. He loves tomatoes. let's say carrots. This rabbits, he got a garden full of carrots, the gardener. Well, how can he protect his little carrots, man? And you know, rabbits, this particular rabbit, oh, he got in there and he ate about 5 of them. He's like, oh no, I got to protect. I have to protect, right? My rabbits. Oh, excuse me, protect my carrots. What do? He put a fence around it, and he dig it deep enough so that it will deter the rabbit from trying to get up in there and get them carrots. He has to control access to his carrots, the things he cares about. He has to control the access to this so that the enemy or the rabbit can't get up in there and eat the carrots. Why? Because he cares about the carrots. Likewise, I saw, and it's another example, just drop that on there. What was it? I saw with some of these like barns and not necessarily barns, but you have people that raise chickens and stuff, and they had like a fence, of course, around the chicken area, but they had a fence netting above the chicken area, like the whole yard, and they had like a fenced in tube kind of area that the chickens would go up this tube. It was like fencing, but they would walk in the tube and walk down the stairs and walk up the stairs and they go out into the yard area where they eat, but it was all fenced in. So why? Because these are your chickens and you want them to lay eggs and stuff like that. And what happened is that the enemy or the foxes as well as the hawks kept coming in and eating the chickens. So in order to keep the hawks out, the owners who own the chickens, who care about their chickens, put a fence around and over and controlled their chickens' access to just roaming wild out there. See that word control again? Why? Because they care about their chickens and the chicks. So, oh, you controlling. Well, go out there with the foxes. Go out there with the hawks and the wolves. You see what I mean? Y'all, you know what I mean? So people say, oh, he's controlling it. Man, but look, man, you can't, it's a responsibility is for what you control. If I control this, okay, I own it. This is my responsibility. But these women, it's not your responsibility to be no protector and provider. It's not your responsibility to be a bulletproof vest for these hoes. It's not your responsibility. You don't own them, bro. You should only be responsible for what you control. These women have vehemently said that you ain't gonna control me. You're not gonna tell me what to do. No man tell me what to do. So no man can tell you what to do, but you still want a man to be a financial protector and a provider and a physical bodyguard and a guy who can lift heavy objects and a guy who will come and when you're on the side of the road, do all this man stuff, but only in spurts. Nah. See, men got to stop giving away the utility like that, giving away their value. You got value of knowledge. You got value of physical prowess and value and monetary value and all this stuff. You got to be more stingy, man. You know. So now on to the last example, the shepherd and the sheep. Now the woman is like a sheep up on her, like your man is like a pastor over his women, over his family. You know what I mean? He's a king, he's the pastor, he's a leader, he's a guide, whatever you want to call it. And if I am supposed to be responsible for these people, I have to control these people, these sheep. You understand me? I have to control their access. We going this way. And whoever gets out of line, that's them. You don't want to follow my instructions. That's you. So let's say the shepherd got 10 sheep. And the shepherd's job is he cares about the sheep. And if he didn't care about the sheep, he would not be guiding the sheep. Likewise, these men, if they didn't, decent men, if they don't care about their woman, they'll let their woman do whatever the hell they want them to do. If the woman want to do this, you do that. I'm a strong, independent woman. Okay, go ahead, baby. You say that about women you don't care about. Yeah, do what you want. Bye. But a woman that is supposed to be up under your authority, your wife and your daughter, your girlfriend, whatever, that you are supposed to be responsible for. Well, guess what? Their part in this, they're supposed to follow your instructions 100%. If somebody come breaking in the house, you're expected as a man to do what? Stand up and defend your family until the death, right? Well, if your woman is an out-of-pocket slut hoe and your daughter is the same, why the hell should you protect these people? Oh, it's conditional. You bet your ass it's conditional. You think I'm going to lose my life for a rebellious wife, a girlfriend? Nigga, please. You believe that? I got some oceanfront property in Las Vegas I want to sell you, nigga. I got some oceanfront property in Las Vegas I want to sell you. If you go, nah, watch it. We talking about control and responsibility. I'm responsible for what I can control. I'm responsible for me and my own actions. And anybody that's choose to be under my authority. The kicker is what I'm saying is that these women are not really wife material. They say it a lot that they ain't trying to do it. No man, ain't no man gonna tell them what to do and all that. So they basically use cars that everybody can ride in and nobody take them seriously. After she been ridden, I mean, who would take anybody seriously that say, I'm selling this 2015 cab, Chevy Impala, and I'm going to sell it for the same price as a 2025 non-used 2025 Chevy Impala. Who going to take that person seriously? Also, how seriously would the fool be that actually buys that 2015 Chevy Impala cab for the same price? Likewise, this is why women don't respect simps that buy into their okie doke. You see? And everybody will be sitting around looking at this dude. Hey, you a fool, man. Everybody rode down. She's one of the town electrical scooters. She's the cab that's 10 years old. Everybody rode in. She's the ride share. Everybody on the road for free, but you getting the bill. Nobody can respect the simp at the end of the rainbow. Neither can she respect the simp. Because she know all the stuff she done did. And she like, damn, this nigga is stupid. Yeah, I sell him the sales pitch, but he actually buying it. God. That women like streetwalkers. They don't respect the tricks. But they respect their pimp because, you know, he is a man of authority in their eyes. You know what I mean? So you control, you're responsible for that which you can control. And these women have said, I'm rebellious, I'm going to do my own thing, you can't control me. So again, why you got dudes out here killing themselves for women and, it's my woman, it ain't your woman. It's not your woman, bro. Like they say, it's just your turn, bro. So man, it's a matter of like keeping your self-discipline with regards to this. Keeping yourself at the center of importance. And everybody else is not, including this woman. And don't get pee-whipped, man. And that's been a battle since the beginning of time, man. The shepherd, so let's say the shepherd got 10 sheep. And he wants to control. Why? Why is he cares about these sheep. And so in order to protect these sheep that he cares about, he has to control which direction they go. He has to control the access that the enemies have to them. So let's say he's guiding his sheep down the pathways, the passages, you know what I mean, the pastures and all that. But over here to the left, it's a couple wolves. And the wolves know that as long as that shepherd is around them sheep, they could probably get killed by that shepherd. So they stay off a little bit. But the shepherd, he looks over to the left and say, I see y'all wolves over there, hungry, ravenous wolves, representing this world. So as a loving shepherd who's trying to keep his sheep alive, and we're going to parallel this because the shepherd represents, the husband represents the man over what his house is, his woman and his children. The shepherd trying to keep his sheep alive and healthy and protect them from danger has to control the direction of where the sheep go so that they don't get devoured by the wolves. But to a rebellious woman, you control it. Yes, if you call yourself my woman, you gonna be controlled. However you want to word this, guided, instructed, or you could use some other kind of word. But if you're gonna be getting the honor of being my woman, you gonna have to be up under instructions. We can call it that. No matter how you word it, instructions, following orders, being controlled. Otherwise, how are you going to be my woman? How are you showing yourself? What scripture say? If you love me, keep my commandments. So if you love me, keep my commandments. Love is not just some feelings and stuff. It's you following instructions, showing me that you love me. If I say you ain't gonna have no male friends and you got to shut down your Instagram, or I'm gonna have access to your Instagram, and you're gonna turn off the dating sites, or you ain't no male friends and you gonna have to operate this way. Ain't no casually talking to random dudes. You know what I'm saying? Keep your mouth shut and carry yourself this way. And you know what I mean? Those are instructions I'm gonna have you follow if you gonna be my woman. Now, if we just doing some casual stuff, then hey, I don't care what you do. But if you want me to care about you, any man that actually want to take a woman under his wing and her get the honor and the privilege of being called his woman, oh yeah. Any man that has self-respect, this woman gonna have rules and regulations she got to follow, because it just makes sense. Because now, if I'm gonna give you the opportunity to have the label of my woman, I have to give you rules and regulations for being my woman. It's just like you applying for a job. Well, hey, it's certain rules and regulations for that job. You know what I mean? You gotta have a certain dress code. You know what I mean? You get a 15-minute break and a 30-minute lunch. You know what I mean? You got certain rules and regulations. You got to be here by 9 o'clock. You got to leave by 5 o'clock. 9 to 5. You get 2 weeks. It's certain rules and regulations for a job. See, a woman will go along with the rules and regulations of a job, but for a greater man, her man, she got all this stuff to say. And, why should I have to do that? Oh, why should I? You got to really look at it like that. She applying for a job for the position of your woman, if she like you. You see? And here's the rule. You can even apply these rules and regulations. It is like a job application. Yeah, it is. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you bring to the company? What do you bring to me that's going to improve me, help my life? See how she answered those questions, man. Ask these chicks these kind of questions. I ain't lying. So, why? Because they're applying. They're coming to me. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, but a man, if he actually care about the woman and take her under his wing, she gonna need to understand that he go control her life in some ways. Yeah, he got to go lead, guide, and director. I'm gonna lead you away from the left over here where these wolves are that's want to devour you and destroy you, and I'm gonna lead you over to the right where it's safe. But I have to control you. You don't like that word control. I have to control how you move. Yes. What's the purpose of a shepherd other than to guide, protect, and we need to protect and provide. Okay, you want to be protected, you want provisioning. How I'm going to feed you and how I'm going to guide you and protect you if you're not under authority. See, the women be wanting to pick and choose. I want to protect and provide her, but I don't want to be under nobody's authority. I'm my own woman. Well, go over there and get devoured by the wolves. Go over there to the left. Right? So that's something I was thinking about, man. a variety pack of information here, but yeah, the shepherd has to, we talking about power, we talking about control and responsibility. How you gonna be responsible for something you ain't got no control over? You know what I mean? Now, if you guide these sheep over here to the right, and oh shoot, it's a bear's over there. You guided them away from the wolves, but you guided them in. If you guide them incorrectly, all right, that's on you. But because they're what? They followed your instructions. But we talking about the sheep want to go their own way and not trying to listen to the shepherd. In other words, the women want to go their own way, not trying to listen to the men. But at the same time, wanting to be protected. How you going to be protected? And you know, how you going to be protected and you don't even want to, at the end of the day, the shepherd put their sheep into the fenced area, right? At the end of the day, you got these 10 sheep and you want to put them into the fenced area for what? So it'll be safe for the night. What is that doing? It's controlling their the enemy's access to them. Well, it's controlling. See what I mean? Women who talking about they controlling is really, the man's controlling is really, she was more rebellious. She not really feminine. She ain't trying to give up her Instagram or at least give you access to it. You got to get rid of these male friends. But you can do what you want, but if you want the opportunity to be with me and be called my woman, you see what I mean? It's more than, oh yeah, it's my woman. It's more than that, bro. Different dudes got different standards. But those are what I was thinking about. That's why it's hard to take women. It's hard to take women seriously because of multiple reasons. Number one, they ain't virgins. Number two, they got a whole bunch of standards. Number three, they got a whole bunch of expectations. Number four, they don't want to bring nothing to the table. And number five, they ain't really willing to give nothing up. Stuff they really shouldn't even have. A whole bunch of male friends. An Instagram full of, wiener pics and dudes sending CashApp. Women shouldn't even be having access to all this. For thousands of years since we existed, women have not had super access to men like this. So it's a really exponentially odd situation, quite honestly, that men have to deal with in dealing with these women, which is why it is very important for you not to really take them seriously, because it's difficult it's not really much reason to take them seriously. But think about what kind of woman you take seriously? Do you take a street woman seriously? Or do you, like, speaking of street woman, a street prostitute, who gonna come to their defense? Who really cares? I mean, I ain't saying don't care about nobody. I'm saying that in general, you have a woman of the streets and you have a wife, right? The prostitute chick that walk the streets versus a wife chick. I mean, who really gonna come to the rescue of a street walking chick? Hey, that's a feat. Well, then again, this is America, so simps. Oh God, I was about to use that example, but in America, in general, I would say this. I can leave that alone, but generally speaking, streetwalkers really don't have no solid base of, they don't really have no male strength. They don't really have no guidance, no strong place to come from is what I'm saying. Because they streetwalkers. Yes, I mean, and they liberated women. Whereas a wife has a strong foundation and she has a confidence that my man gonna take care of me, right? Whereas, yeah, the pimp may or may not beat up some dudes that's trying to mess with his whore, but in general, she's everybody's woman. So it's a conflicting kind of mentality. And it's not supposed to be that way, you know what I mean? It's not healthy. Something's wrong with a woman to be out there like that. Mentally, you know what I mean? It's not most women like, oh yeah, grow up saying that they want to be a ran through, you know what I mean? But most women grow up and say they want to be married and have kids and all that stuff. Eventually. Some of them want to postpone it and stuff till they're done with the carousel ride. But, so who cares about, I don't even want to sound harsh here, but in general, people would be more, I'll put it like this, respectable men would be more apt to protect a woman who's a married woman, a family type of oriented woman, as opposed to a streetwalker, is basically what I'm saying. So that she don't really have a decent status is what I'm saying. That's not something that you, so, okay, using it in this framework, protection and provisioning, you are responsible for what you can control, right? So if this is my wife and she's following my instructions, I'm responsible to protect her and guide her and stuff. Yes. And all that. But if she is a woman who's out of control, like a streetwalker, she should not expect anybody to be protecting and providing for her. Why? Because she's not under the covering of a man. You know what I mean? She out of line. She don't deserve no protectioning and provision. She don't deserve the same thing that a woman who follow instruction is under the umbrella of a man, the covering of a man. She don't deserve the same. She living her liberated life. Well, liberated women get liberated results. You know what I mean? They get liberated results. Ran through bodies in a worn out vag and a shower in a local gas station. Shower, but a quick wipe up at a local gas station or a McDonald's or something, and get back out there to work. That's you know what I mean? But a married woman, a wife material, she get a covering. A man is going to lead her and guide her and make decisions for her. Women don't usually make good decisions for themselves. These are the things that a woman get when she under the authority of a man. And anyway, just something I was thinking about. She under the covering of the shepherd, man, able to be protected and guided. You know what I mean? All that strong independent, that's all dog shit, man. Your most strong and independent woman is your street walking chick. She independent, bro. But what's her end? So anyways, brothers, peace.